Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? For today's video, we're going to be talking about spiritual benefits of semen retention. Okay, so for benefit number one, guys, is that you become more sensitive to people's energies. Now, what does this mean? You become more sensitive to people's energies. What this basically means, guys, is that when you meet a new person, right, for the first time, or not even a new person, just a person you know well, a family member, a friend, a coworker you see every day, um, if they're in a bad mood or if they're angry, you can pick up on that anger and you pick up on their bad mood much, much more easily. This can be a good and a bad thing because if you're surrounded in a place where you're around a lot of negativity, this could be bad to you, and you're gonna have to learn how to control that. If you are gonna stay on this path, you're gonna have to understand that you will become a little bit more depressed at first, but you will also become a lot happier, and it's very rewarding if you do stay on this path for a while. But you will become a lot more sensitive to people's energies, to people's bullshit, to whatever. So yes, you become more sensitive to people's energies. That's benefit number one, guys. Benefit number two is more enhanced creativity. So guys, more enhanced creativity. Why does this happen? Why do people become more creative um, on nofap or on long semen retention streaks? Well, because your semen, your sexual energy is a lot more complex than you think, right? It's not just protein, right? It's not just like milk or DNA coming out of your body. It's basically like it's creative fluid, right? Like this fluid has the power to create a human being, right? This energy, your sexual energy, like everything you got in you, your urges, your fetishes, your fantasies, when they build up inside of you and they're not being expressed physically or sexually, through a physical expression, it's going to be expressed through different channels, right? Through different ways. And that thought power, right? That sexual thought power becomes transmuted into different thoughts, right? Like thoughts in your business, thoughts for, let's say you're working out, you're going to be a lot more focused on your workouts. Let's say you're doing homework, you're very passionate about psychology, especially with topics like psychology and philosophy, because these include like deeper understandings and a lot of thinking. You're going to become a lot more intuitive, a lot more in touch with your subconscious mind, and you're gonna be a lot more creative, guys. You're gonna like pull these thoughts out of like nowhere. You're like, whoa, where's all this creativity coming from, right? It's gonna be coming out of you like a river, like a stream in a river. Honestly, bro, you feel like you're always gonna have something to say. You're always gonna have some knowledge in there, some type of insight, some type of knowledge on a topic. Number three, guys, is gonna be stronger aura. Stronger aura, presence, and more liveliness. Okay, so what is an aura? Do I really believe in an aura? I guess yes and no. An aura is basically like human beings, right? We're not just like physical, biological beings walking this earth. We're also spiritual beings, guys. It's kind of like, where do our thoughts come from? Where do dreams come from? Where, like, what, it's basically what the metaphysical world is. The metaphysical world is basically your energies. It's how you pick up on other people's energies and vibes. And your aura is kind of supposed to be like this glowy thing around your body. And every human being has an aura. And certain human beings who, if they say that if you practice semen retention for long periods of time, for up to 2 weeks to 3 weeks to a month, that you develop a strong aura and a presence. And as soon as you walk into a room, you feel like people turn around and look at you more. And I do believe this a little bit. I'm sure there's a placebo factor to it, but I do believe it to some extent, yes, because I have noticed that when I was on semen retention for a longer time, I would turn heads more, right? Was I normally the type of guy to turn heads a lot? I mean, maybe when I'm walking out in public, right? But around my family members, I grew up in a house with like very toxic people, right? They don't show too much respect or too much attention to other people. But I noticed once I got on a long semen retention streak, my family members started paying a lot more attention to me, right? It's just like, I'd walk into a room and then they would just kind of turn around and look at me. Or even my friends, right? Like, you notice it with people in general, bro. You walk into a room and you feel like people notice you more. You feel like people give you attention more and respect what you have to say more. Okay? So that's for number 4, guys. I mean, that was for number 3. My bad. Excuse me. Number 4, guys, is going to be you can spot fake people, lies, instantly, right? You're like a fucking human lie detector. This one is good and bad. This one, it can get difficult sometimes because when you're on a long semen retention streak, you begin to realize how many people you're around are actually bullshitting you, right? You begin to realize that a lot of the people that you're around are not very truthful people. They're very deceitful. They're very fake. They don't really like you. And they only act like they like you for whatever reason. Maybe they're intimidated by you. Maybe they don't want to start problems with you. But you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot of people out there just kind of giving off this like subliminal disses, right? Like you're going to sense that little bit of attitude and that little bit of envy in their tone. You sense it. You pick up on it. It's fucking scary. It's real. It's real. That's how real it is. It's scary, right? If I didn't think it was, I wouldn't be like speaking about it with this much passion and this much enthusiasm. But yeah, man, you spot lies like that, right? Like it's nothing to you. You spot fake people like that. Like it's like a fucking mask they're wearing. You just know right away that this person is not really a good person. This person is just they're fronting, right? They're just trying to put on a fucking show. Number 5, guys, is going to be you become magnetic to animals and children. Is this really a benefit? I mean, I guess it's like something fun. It's something to It's like it's there, right? It's not really a benefit. You feel like children look at you more. You feel like animals are more drawn to you. And why is this, guys, bro? Because when you're on semen retention, you got to understand your chakras are becoming more aligned. Your aura is getting stronger, and the longer you stay on semen retention, the more your chakras open up. And children, the reason why children have so much trouble lying is because their souls are more pure, right? The reason why they look at everything and things like that is because they have very pure souls, guys. It's because they have not had dirt spilled over their minds and their brains and their psyches yet. They look at life like that because it's not actually disrespectful to stare at people, right? Life is given to us to look, right? To observe, to take in, to communicate, to socialize, to spread love, to spread. And these children, they have pure souls, so when they stare at you, they're not trying to disrespect you, right? They're not trying to fight you. A child staring at you is just they're like fascinated, right? They look at everything. They don't have sick intentions. Oh, it's the same thing with semen retention. They can sense that in you. They can sense that you have a pure soul and that they're drawn to that, right? Children like that. They're drawn to you more, and it's something, right? For benefit number 7, guys, is you pick up on subliminal messages. This is kind of like benefit number 5, but or benefit number 7 is you pick up on subliminal messages. What this means, guys, is that subliminal messages, it basically means some people, they'll insult you or they feel some type of way about you, but they'll never say it to your face out front, right? And this is important because it helps you spot out the fake people, the people who are not really pure, the toxic people, the narcissists, the sociopaths, all these people. It helps you spot them out like that. Once again, pretty easy. It takes some practice, but you get used to it. And yeah, you notice, like, even when a person didn't really insult you like out on the surface, it still feels like they insulted you because some people will say shit to you and like you'll get bad vibes from it, right? So that's benefit number 8, guys. I mean benefit number 7, my apologies. Benefit number 8, guys, is you pick up on certain vibes and energies in people rooms or houses very easily, Okay? What does this mean? It means that when you walk into a house or when you walk into a room or when you're meeting a new person, you can, you get certain vibes. It's not always good vibes or bad vibes. You just get vibes, right? Vibes are complex, like their feelings, their emotions. You can tell, like, if this is a pretty new house, this is a pretty old house, you can tell, wow, like this house has a really fresh, clean scent to it, right? Or you can tell this house has a very feminine vibe to it, or this house has a very masculine vibe to it. You can pick up on these things, right? Or this house has a very religious vibe to it. You can pick up on these things as well. It's a little weird. Is this really a benefit? I mean, it's one of those like fun ones. Yeah, it does kind of help you, with your intuition and guiding you in the right places and things like that. Number 9, guys, is going to be vivid dreams. Now, this one is both good and bad, and let me explain why. So, vivid dreams, when you're having a vivid dream, you can see things clearly and you can remember your dreams better. And you can control your dreams better. That's another thing. So, when you're having a happy dream, a good dream, and it's very vivid, you wake up feeling almost as if you had just lived this dream, right? And you feel good. You start your day feeling really good, really fresh, really happy. Now, why? How can this go south for you, though? Let's say you're having a nightmare, a bad dream, you're having bad thoughts, bad energy. It's much stronger on semen retention, right? So you having a nightmare on semen retention is gonna feel like you're living hell. I'm not trying to scare you guys, right? I'm not trying to push you off this path, push you away from this path, right? I do preach semen retention. I do talk about, I promote this practice 100%, 100% for it. I'm just telling you that it comes with good and bad. If you learn how to control the bad, you will reap the reward, and you will see it's very rewarding. It has a lot of benefits. It's a great practice. So yeah, your nightmares, guys, will feel like a living fucking hell. But you do have more control over it, so you can kind of maneuver your way in the nightmare more. It's kind of fun. Like, it's kind of like being in those like scary video games almost. It's not that bad. You get used to it. Oh, yeah, that's all for the list, guys. Those are 9 spiritual benefits of semen retention. And I'll be making more videos like this, guys, about spirituality and how it relates to semen retention. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.